Okay, hey everyone and welcome to a very special Class 66 Rocks Loco review. Now in regards to the house move, we have had some potential buyers come in, but some of them want to get a surveyor, so now we have to just wait for the estate agent to obviously contact the surveyor, and then obviously he'll come out, assess what needs doing and what doesn't need doing to our house, and then obviously you'll go back and tell them so they know what work they will have to do. But fingers crossed, hopefully all this should be sorted by the beginning to the mid of May, because obviously it takes time to get hold of these people and it's just really time consuming with house moves. I really want to move so I can rebuild the layout, but while all these communications are going on between everybody, I'm limited as to what reviews I can do. So I will just be doing reviews in my old room just for the time being. Then once we move to the new house, I will start filming all new layout videos, and they will be coming quite frequent because we're going to try and get that layout rebuilt within a year, so we've got something to run like over Christmas. So first off, about this new video, wow, thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel and watched my videos. I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I thought it would never be possible, as I just get notifications coming through my emails all the time, like such and such has subscribed to your channel, and then somebody else has, and then another one, and YouTube doesn't usually update straight away because obviously there's that many people subscribing. I think it confuses YouTube, so what I do, I leave it a few days and then check back on my statistics. So when I went on my channel page last week, I had about 980 subscribers, so since then it's skyrocketed to 1,000 just over a couple of days. So thank you very much. So as promised, I have got a very special loco for you today. So let's take a look at what we've got today then. So today, as we can see, we have got the brand new Bachmann Class 40 with DCC sound. Now this has been years in getting released by Bachmann. There's been more problems with it than I've had hot dinners, but it's finally here, and I've got mine from Rails in Sheffield. I know my good friend Will IC82 has got a Class 40, but his is the non-sound version, but I highly recommend that you check his channel out as well, as the review on that is really something. So I'm going to show you the sound version. Right then, so let's crack on with this review. So as we can see, it is DCC sound, and it is a Bachmann branch line locomotive, and as we can see, it's a Class 40. So as you can probably tell, it's in British Railways green, and it's got a lake crest. So what I'll do now, I'll just turn the box round to the side so we can see what it says. So here we have the number, catalogue number 32480DS, Class 40 diesel, D211. The name is Mauritania, and it's in BR green as mentioned, and it has DCC sound. So let's get this stunning loco out of the box and have a look at it. So as we can see, we've got Bachmann's ice cube or block of ice packaging, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to be very careful as to not to drop this, because I think this is the longest locomotive Bachmann have ever done, and the longest one that I've ever owned. It is absolutely huge compared to all these other Bachmann locomotives that you get. So what I'll do, I'll just place the box down and I will take it out. So as you can see, I've taken it out, so we'll just have a look what else we've got in the box here. So first we have the warranty service request. So obviously you just fill any problems in you have and send this off. So that's that. Next we have the assembly diagram for the Class 40, as you can see. So obviously it tells you how to fit a DCC decoder, and on the back we have a list of sound functions. I use the Bachmann Dynamist system, but you could also use the Hornby Select system. But I have tested the sound on the testing track. I set one up in my room purposely to test it, obviously with the layout being dismantled and there's not enough room to swing a cat in the loft anymore because of storage boxes, and it sounds absolutely amazing. So you will hear it running once we've got this new layout up and running at the new house, because obviously I might just run it with, even if we've got no scenery and we've just got the baseboards and the track, I will run it. So back to the review. So obviously, as you can see, we've got CV names and everything like that on there. So we'll just put that to one side. And we have, more paperwork in the box. So here we can see we've got the I think these are, oh no, they're not assembly instructions. The location of the body fixing screws. So also it just shows you where the screws are located on the body and where the switches are to turn the cab and tail lights on and off. It also has information about the lights, how to fit a decoder, obviously as mentioned body removal, a bit of general information about the mechanism, and information on buffer beam parts and lubrication. So that's that out of the way. And last but not least, stuck to the bottom of the box, we have the etched nameplates. I'm not too sure if the camcorder's picking that up, but if I can just get them close enough, you can see they say Mauritania on, but the camera is really struggling to pick that up. Now, one thing that you may be wondering, where are your detailing parts? Well, when I picked the loco up from Rails of Sheffield, the detailing parts had already been put onto the locomotive, because what happened, the week I was due to pick it up, it had to go back to Bachmann. Well, all these Class 40s had to go back to Bachmann, because obviously with them being made in China, somebody along the line had oiled them in the wrong place. So Rails quickly sent them to Bachmann. Bachmann sorted the problem out and sent them back to Rails. So then I went and picked mine up. So I have to leave the loco upright as to not let all the oil tip out. So moving on, as we can see, this is the block of ice, or ice cube packaging rather, should I say. So I'm very gently going to take this out of here now, just to not drop it at all. And we will take a look at it. Now I have to say, it weighs an absolute ton, this locomotive does. So I'm going to be very, very careful with it. But on the top of here, I've just got to say this first, we have got some etched grills in here, along with some head code discs and various other accessories. So we will be fitting them, like I say, once we've moved house. So now I'm very gently going to undo that. I've got to be really careful now and slowly take the locomotive out. So here we have it, the Class 40 with DCC sound. I mean, where do I start? It's just absolutely amazing. Oh well, I think I will start on the side, at the front, and where the driver is. So, as we can see, we have metal handrails on the door just there. Above here, I think that might be where the locomotive was made, but the writing's that small, my eyes can't see it, and the camcorder definitely can't see it. And we also have a little driver just there. So as you can see, we have the running number, D211. So moving across now, we can see we've got a etched grille on the side, just here. We have the name badge just there, which is Mauritania. I don't know whether you can see that at all. So I'll move a bit further along now. As you can see, we've got some windows just in the top half of the body here, and we also have the British Railways Lakecrest logo just there. So moving to this end of the cab, again we can see we've got metal handrails, the Works badge, which I think it's a Works badge, just above there, and again the running number D211, and we also have an etched grille of sorts there. So before I turn it round to the other side, I'll just show you that this locomotive has it has 8 wheels on either bogie. So we've got one set there, one set there, one set there, one set there. So you've got 4 on one, 4 there, so it's 8 altogether. And the same again with this side, we have 8 on this bogie as well. So this locomotive is going to be, I think it's going to be an absolutely brilliant locomotive. I'm going to have to watch the curves with it as well on the new layout. I'm going to have a curve that accommodates this loco because it's such a large wheelbase. You can't have really tight curves, I don't think. So turning the loco round to the back now. As we can see, on the cab windows we have some detailed windscreen wipers. As you can see, it's the plain BR green front. It's not like the half yellow ended one that Bachmann do, but Will has IC82 has actually got the half yellow ended one. So if you want to check out his review as well, he's got the alternative to what I've got. So as we can see, if I just hold the bogie up there, we've got sprung loaded buffers and an NEM coupling just here, and as you can see, either Rails or Bachmann have very kindly fitted the detailing parts and the buffer beam already to this locomotive. So turning the loco round again now to the side, as you can see there's nothing much different on this side. We've still got the metal handrails, the Works badge, which I think it is just there, and the running number D211. Moving along, you can see that we've got the Lakecrest just here, and I can also show you that some of the roof section, we've got some nice grille effects going along the top of the locomotive just here, so that's a nice touch. Moving along now, again you can see, if I try and just zoom in, the name Mauritania just there, and that's as close as I can get with the camcorder, so I'll just shift my thumb out the way because it looks like a giant blooming bee, doesn't it, buzzing around. So you can just see that. Again, we've got an etched grille effect on the side of the locomotive here, and again moving along we've got everything that's been on the other sides of the cab doors, the running number, the Works badge and the metal handrails. So moving round to the front of the locomotive now. We have to be very careful here. As we can see, we have the windscreen wipers over the cab windows, and we also have the driver who's just sat just down in this window here. So as we can see, we've got a warning panel to the right there, and we've also got sprung loaded buffers, an NEM coupling, and again the buffer beam detailing has already been fitted for me, so that's saved me half a job. So moving on to the roof section now. As you can see, we've got a very nice etched grille fan effect on the top of the roof here, and these are absolutely stunning on Bachmann locomotives, I have to say. Moving along now, you can see we've got well, you can actually feel like all the rivets that are in the roof, but as you can see it's in plain grey, so there's not too much detail on the roof, but with the etched grille effect, that brings out the features of these locomotives, and that's what makes them absolutely amazing. So that's it basically, the Bachmann Class 40 Mauritania with DCC sound.